A 1 and a 2.
Okay, let's have a look. Terry has to be replaced with Connecticut. Give me a Connecticut guy. Ferry, yeah. You got a command, Ferry. I'm pretty sure he fought in the Valley campaign anyways. I could be wrong. Alright. No, the 10th New York is still around, but it has 97 men left, so they are gonna get moved out, and yeah, Ozzy's MIA. Oh well, that's a shame. Wait, why is Dutassi available? Instead of... Did he lose his brigade? I'm so confused. Huh. Alright, give it to Walreth. First, third... I guess he did. I guess he must have lost an entire brigade. Desertion, maybe? Or captured. I don't know. But 2nd Brigade is gone. Rowley's wounded too, so let's get a Cake. Take command. And yeah, you're leading the 2nd Brigade now, Cake. And that's it, I think. Yeah. Alright. That's sorted out. Let's see, where are you going to retreat to, Banks? Harper's Ferry? Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Alright, we're back in the east. Reynolds is probably going to have to pull back now again to Beverly, which is what I'm going to do. But the Army of the Potomac is moving, which is scary. 21,000 men. I don't know what they're gonna do. They might just stay in Manassas. But now we have eyes on it again. I think as I moved Reynolds to Newmarket, I can see 20,000, 7,000, 9,000. So yeah, they have a lot of troops in the east. I mean, it's practically 80,000 men, something like that. Maybe a little bit less. But in around that ballpark figure. Is he staying in Manassas? He's moving to the valley as well. Alright. Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do with Banks? I guess I should reinforce him. He is dangerously outnumbered if they try and attack him. I'll come back to you when I'm done with that. Alright, I'm back. And well, I couldn't reinforce Banks' army itself. Let's rename this to something else. Like, yeah, so I couldn't reinforce it technically. I'm going to use Reynolds to move to Grafton. And then he will reinforce the Army of the Shenandoah. Meanwhile, Rosecrans here. Let's put the 21st Ohio on garrison duty. Well, actually put the Reserve Brigade there instead. Makes more sense. Alright, so we're going to move Rosecrans troops here, 8,000, to hold Beverly. So we're just swapping forces around. Let's look at our projects again. Market reform. We're gonna pick that. That's really good. Counter propaganda might be worth getting. Yeah. Yeah, we are. It's very important to get that state support up. Alright. That does it. And let's have a look at how Butler's doing. Alright, he's done building his depot soon, which means we can move him where I want him to be. But it might be a bit too early. I kind of want to move in for a spring attack or a summer attack. Uh-oh. What's this? It's the Army of the Potomac trying to get Reynolds. He moved just in time for there not to be a battle there. Oof. Close. Yes! Finally! The forts are done. They are finished. They are over. Thank God. Peabody, wounded. Okay. Alright, so we're back. The Confederacy is already getting conscription. Because their recruitment is just not enough. And their relations with Great Britain is increasing again at 17. A change of 9.5%. Yeah, that's about it. Not good for us. And they're probably going to get an army organization here again. Soon. That's what I meant to say. So we're going to have to hop on board that train. We're back. They are moving on Buell. Oh, man. Grant has to make it. But the readiness is getting drained from this movement right here. Red. Yeah, we're at red. Oh, it's killing the readiness. It's absolutely killing it. Yeah, the reinforcements range is not enough. Because look, now the readiness is making it even smaller. Oh, but I think he can make it. I think it might work. Alright, let's see what happens. I'll be back. I'm back and oh my god, it's just within range. He's just within range. Please. Buell. I don't even think he can fight because his readiness is so low. But it surprises me how these guys can move. They gotta be red as well. I mean, there's no way. Their readiness has to be at the bottom with these muddy roads. And it being winter, I mean. It's crazy. Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay, that's... Yeah, see, I think... I'm gonna have to think about this one. I might just auto-resolve it. I'm not sure. Yeah. Why isn't Grant moving to the sound of the guns? We cannot lose what we've gained here. Alright, we won. That's great. Now, piss off. Canby and Broadhead got wounded. Now we just have to wait until the winter cools down a bit. Pardon the pun. But we have to regain readiness at least till we get to Orange. It's just getting grants to help Buell. That's the problem right now. Honestly, unless we can get Militia Act 4, I don't see how we're gonna be able to really come up with an offensive here. I mean, we need at least 100,000 troops here in the east, first of all. And I need at least 20 to 30,000 to defend the capital. I currently have around 73,000 men. And I need around 30,000 more. Right, over in the Atlantic, we sunk 3 ships. Alright, that ship is bugged out, but 3 ships. Oh, I hate when this happens. We're back. We just won a great victory here. Mervyn took 3 ships captured. Let's reinforce him with the Pawnee. So that's pretty great right there. And we're about to approach January right here. So we'll have to go through the intelligence report. Let's look. They have completed Confederate rifles and the cavalry reform. Alright. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not gonna get the cavalry reform just yet, but it's good to know that they have it. I'm waiting to get this bad boy as soon as they pop it. And yeah, January 1st, 1862. Colonel Sullivan recovered. Cool. Right, actually, since we have like 10,000 shipyard capacity we can use, we're gonna make some new ships. Let's get like 4 gunboats, because they're so easy to make. 4 more, actually. And then let's get 2 more sloops. 2 steam sloops. Some double enders. And some river gunboats right here. There we go. That should do it. Alright. Alright, we are back. We got our Militia Act here now. Militia Act 4. And I think we're actually going to go for Military 2. Well, yes, we need this for recruitment. Definitely. So, Military 2. And then we're probably going to go with Industrialization 2. Or Breadbasket. One of those. And, yeah. Now, let's look at how much manpower we have available to us. Alright. We can work with this. 12... Well, that's not 12,000. That's 120,000. We can definitely use these men. I'm going to, right now, let's look at our economy first. Surplus minus 130. We're fine. 10 million. We can issue some bonds. It's okay. What I'm going to do here is I am going to get back to you. I'm going to reorganize McClellan's army a little bit. Reinforce Banks. Reinforce West Virginia. And build up Butler a little bit more army-wise. So I'll catch you soon. Alright. we're back, and I have I have done some massive changes. Not only in the recruitment of armies and reorganization, but also unit renaming and switching commanders, but also altering some of the enemy armies. But first, we're going to go over the situation in the East. So, Department of the East, we'll start with that one. I got 2 new artillery batteries being made here. And 2 new cavalry regiments here. 11th New York and 12th New York. Then we got Von Gilsa's Brigade, Weber's Brigade, Pratt's Brigade, and Cochrane's Brigade. And they're all going to stay here for a little while and get their training up, basically. And over in Washington, we got McClellan here. Didn't really do much with him, but I did send the 4th U.S. Regiment from Fort Washington over to his division. And then Mansfield got 2 new divisions being made. The 1st Reserve under Burnside. Burnside's only going to have this as a temporary command for now. But, yeah. Then we got the 2nd Reserve Division under Wadsworth. Got Ricketts here, Brewster. Yeah. Then we have Kimball's command. So I split Kimball. Okay, so the entirety of West Virginia has been completely reorganized. This is Kimball's command. He's going to be assisting Banks, but he's going to be more of a separate command. A force I can use as a garrison or whatever. Birney's division here. Where's Milroy and the Gibraltar Brigade. And then we got some cavalry and Loomis artillery. And we got Banks, 30,000 here. Wait, that's not Banks. Alright. Banks here, 5th Division under Ward, and the 6th Division under E.B. Tyler. And that's being mustered up. And then we have the Army of West Virginia under Fremont. Fremont got switched commands with Halleck. We got the 1st Division here, 2nd Division being mustered up. We got the 3rd Division here. And then we have another division up here in Toledo. It's under Cox Jr. He's moving down to Fort Kanawha, where he's gonna stay and hold Louisburg, but he's also gonna move into Salem every now and then, do some raiding. I think that covers the East. Yeah. All right. Then we have Cincinnati with Mitchell. I'm racing 1, 2, 3 divisions. 1 under Catterson, 1 under Willage, and 1 under Gilmore. I got Griffin here, Garfield, Logan, Steedman. Just some names throwing out there. Then we got some more artillery that I started getting up. Started mustering. Then we have Thomas. Nelson is now in command of the 1st Division. 2nd Division under Cameron Jr. 3rd Division under Haskell. A lot of these guys are just Kentucky men and Ohio men and Michigan men. Then we got Robert Anderson here. It's a hodgepodge of different units. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to change these 2 guys to brigades, but I'll do that later. Doesn't matter. But these guys are not regiments anymore. They're supposed to be brigades. I think that covers Kentucky. No changes here with Buell and Grant, simply because I I don't want the readiness to go down even more. Then we have John Pope's Army of the Mississippi up here in Chicago. He's going to move down to Cairo and muster his forces, which he has N.B. Buford and T.A. Morris as divisional commanders. Then we also have, oh, that's not right. There we go. 3rd Division under Craig, which is the Missouri Reserves here. And, yeah. And we got some more Illinois batteries, which I mustered up. Then we have Halleck here. He's standing by. He has 1 brigade under him and an artillery battery just to hold St. Louis. Then we have Curtis, who's got Stevenson. He was promoted to divisional command, and he's getting these brigades under him. 2 Minnesota and 1 Missouri. And then we got some more artillery being made here. Yeah. And 1st Nebraska unit as well. The 1st Nebraska Cavalry. Right there. And Hunter. There's not much to say about Hunter, actually. So I think that is about it. Let's also cover Butler's army down here. So Butler has these divisions under him. They're currently replenishing, and when they're ready, I'm going to send them in to the Mississippi Delta here and try and take New Orleans. I think that's about it. Let's move on to projects. So, alright, so we got a lot of stuff that we can get now. One of which is organization reform, but as I said, I'm not going to get it until February or March. But we got farm mechanization, and that's, you know, go for this. If you can, go for it immediately. It's one of the best ones in the game, even though we nerfed it a little bit. So I'm going to get that. Suppressing the population might be good, but I think I'm gonna hold off and accumulate more political subsidies. Militarily, I think getting I think we're gonna get rifled artillery, so we can get our ordnance rifles starting to be produced. And then let's get weapon production. Why not? That's it for our projects. Let's go to our finances. Alright, so as you can see, we're in the minus here, 66 million. So they're going to issue like 2 bonds here shortly, because this is how much I had to pay for the new recruits. And speaking of the recruits, let's go over there quickly. This is the amount that we have right now available. 47,000. So we started out with 120,000 available volunteers from Militia Act 4. So I have really dug into recruiting. And I don't think I'm going to get any more units. Maybe some New Yorkers, maybe some Pennsylvanians. But I want to try and keep our reserves at around 3,000. 1,500 to 3,000 is a good reserve number, I feel. Okay, let's go over the AI changes that I've made. This is simply just to keep the campaign interesting and not so random. Changed Army of Pensacola to Bragg's Corps, and I incorporated the Army of Mobile and the Witters into his corps. So that's 12,000 now. And Crittenden, and over in Nashville, Crittenden retreated to Knoxville. So Nashville right now is wide open. So as soon as we can, we're going to move on and take Nashville. Furthermore, I've also altered the names of a lot of these armies and corps, especially here in the west. And then I've replaced some commanders. But you will see, as we continue the campaign, the changes that I've made. Let's get back to our support that we were talking about the last episode, or the last part. We got much higher support now. New York was a 91, now it's a 92. Pennsylvania has not gone up, but we have seen a rise in, I think, Maryland. Ohio, I don't know. I think maybe 1% rise. But things are going up here now, finally. I think it's because we took counter-propaganda. Also, the Indian Territory, for some reason, counts as my state now. I think it's because I'm over 35 support. That's a little bit weird. I might have to look into that. But yeah, things are going, it's trucking along, and I'm thinking that we're going to go into another planning phase here soon, grand planning phase, as soon as we've gotten our troops ready. And I'm reckoning it's going to take maybe 2 months to get everything ready for a campaign in the East, a campaign finishing the Nashville campaign, and then moving on to maybe get a big battle going on in the West. And then going in the far West, invading Arkansas. So we have a lot of things going on here. And I'm just gonna cut back to you when something happens. Okay, boys, we are back. So, it looks like they finally puffed their army organization reform in January 23, which makes sense, which means that the next thing that I'll be getting is my army reorganization reform. But let's have a look here. We got Jackson's Corps under 27,000 men. Longstreet's Corps here, 32,000 men. Then we have a separate army here, defending Fredericksburg at 10,000 men. Lee is leading the forces of the Army of Northern Virginia, somewhere here. And then we got G.B. Crittenden, somewhere here. The Army of East Tennessee. And I think that army's led under Beauregard. So Beauregard is holding out Knoxville for now. Then we have the Army of Mississippi under Albert Sidney Johnston over here at Jackson. So, alright, we just had a major victory on the sea by the Gulf under McKean. McKean has been doing really well, I have to say. And we captured 4 ships, so we're just gonna move those right in to here. There we go. Oh. And then let's move these guys to reinforce. And then let's send the sloops here. And the St. Mary's. Why not? Alright. Cut back to you when something else happens. And just after that battle, we had another one. Failed rebel raid. So, we captured 2 more ships, so we're just going to send them to the harbor. Easy as pie. Alright, got back to you again. Alright, we're back. We're going over the intelligence report here for February 1st. The Confederacy has completed Cavalry Reform 2, Organization Reform, and Propaganda. So that means they've gotten the 3 major reforms for their military. All of their cavalry reforms, their organization reforms, except artillery reform, I believe. So, yeah. We can see that they now also have French relations at 17%, and 17% for Great Britain. They have not been recruiting anything, but they have been building 5 new ships. But their morale is dangerously high. Actually, let's have a look here. Compared to our morale, theirs is about... Let's see, math skills here. Yeah, 5. Okay, it's not that bad. It was worse before, but it's still higher than us. And their morale overall and their support is higher than us. So, it's something to look out for. But yeah, that should cover that report. And I'll get back to you. Alright, so we're back. I wanted to discuss something related to contracts. Now, our current length of contracts is at 36, but we have a bunch of brigades, batteries, and cavalry that are still at 12 months. So, I think in 3 months or 4 months, 4 to 5 months, we're going to lose maybe 40,000 troops. And out of those 40,000, we're going to have an enlistment ratio of about 66%. It's saying right now we're about to lose 2,000 in the next 3 months, but this is going to rise considerably in 2 months, the value here that's shown. So we want to try and make an offensive as soon as possible in the spring of this year. Alright, I'm going to send Cadwallader now to try and take Fort Macon. Hopefully he can do it. But that fort has been a thorn in our side for a very long time now. Hopefully he can do it. I just want to see some kind of action here in the winter. Alright, we're back. Cadwallader just refused to try and attempt to take the fort. I'm guessing he rolled the bad dice there, so... We're just gonna have to wait until he gets 11,000 troops, and then he'll have to try and take the fort again. Alright, we're back. So a lot of our ships have actually been able to repair. So now I have around 300 guns in Farragut's fleet. And they're going to get reinforced by about 100 more guns. So I'm going to try and see if we can't capture Fort Jackson, Fort St. Philip, and it's got to be another fort here. There's another fort here. Fort Livingston. So these 3 forts need to fall, as well as Fort Massachusetts, for us to be able to get into New Orleans. So we're going to attempt that, and I'll come back to you when we get some battle results going. Alright, we're back. We are attacking Fort Jackson, but we also got a New Orleans squadron sailing out from the channel, from the Delta. I think they're going to try and maybe help out their forts. I don't know what they're doing. They're having some problem trying to even get out of the channel. Hopefully we can get this fort. We might have to split our fleet into 2. Get a river fleet going. There's goes to USS Albatross. And the Salem. These are ships that we can afford to lose, but it's still it's still a shame. Okay, we're back. We lost to Colorado. That's pretty bad. But we gotta get these forts. It's the only way into the river, so there's not much we can do. And I think it's gonna fall here any second. Yep, there we go. Fort Jackson is ours. But now we got this guy who's gonna try and take back the forts. But I don't think he can. I don't think he has the perk. So now we control half of the opening of the channel. I'm gonna split this into 2 fleets, and then I'll come back to you. Alright, I'm back. I got the Delta River Fleet here. Very low ship-wise. But I have ordered the construction of a huge river fleet that we're gonna reinforce them with. Alright, back in the east here by North Carolina. They've moved out their fleet now, so I think if we move on Fort Macon with Cadwallader, he should be able to break through. As long as this guy doesn't get back in position. But here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna speed things up. And there he goes. Come on. And it's a siege. Good. Currently we're not doing so well, but hopefully that will turn around. Let's hope it does, at least. Now the fleet's gonna come back. Hopefully it doesn't park and force us out of there. Let's have a look. Nah, it's not moving. It's moving to another port. And we're fine. Alright, let's keep that siege going. Alright, we're back at our project screen. And we got organization reform ready, so we're gonna pop that. Then we have a lot of political subsidies we can choose from, and honestly, a lot, like all of these, besides maybe railroad construction, is good. I actually don't know which one I would go with, but I feel like propaganda might be the way to go. Actually, let's have a look at our state support again before I choose anything. Alright, so I think it's only gone up. Yeah, so I think we're fine state support wise. So we're gonna go with probably administration reform. Although, nah, let's go with occupation administration, because we're gonna be taking some territory here soon. All right, now that we got army reorganization, I'm going to cut here, reorganize the armies, and into corps. I mean, and then I'll see you. All right, we are back. We have a lot of things to go over, but first of all, let's go over the most important thing. The Army of the Potomac has been reorganized into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6. There's 6 corps, but McDowell is being detached to Alexandria to hold Washington. Meanwhile, we got Sumner's 2nd Corps, Hooker's 3rd Corps. Hooker is currently holding for Heintzelman. Heintzelman is out of commission for now, wounded. He's 4th Corps, Richardson's 5th Corps, and he's holding for Fitz J. Porter, who's also out of commission. And then we have Franklin's 6th Corps. And they're all moving to Annapolis right now. They're going to cross over to Fort Monroe and link up with Dix. And after that, they're going to push on to Williamsburg and Yorktown and try and attempt to take the capital. All right, that's that. Over in the valley, we have the Army of the Shenandoah, which I upgraded to 4-star, so it's now an army. And Kimball is under that command. For now, I'm going to leave the West still under Corps Command. I'll level them up later. But currently, I kind of just want to get Nashville first and push them out of Western Tennessee. But yeah, that's it so far. I'll get back to you when something happens. Okay, as soon as I said that, they introduced conscription. So, if we're looking at them... Oh, and... I just noticed. I had 320k. Now we're down at 277. After some confusion, I'm back. No, we still have 320k. But they have 180k. So they're going to have to catch up to us. And currently, I think that's what's holding them back right now. All right, let's check their intelligence report. Recruitment offices, and their morale is about at 100% now, so they're going to start an offensive any moment, but so are we. Going into March, hopefully we can finally get Nashville. So, I will get back to you. Alright, we're back in the West. I've split off some of Buell's troops under Rosecrans to the Army of the Cumberland. We're just going to move on Nashville. And then I'm going to have Buell and Grant move independently to take out the Army of the Mississippi. So I'm going to start moving McClellan's army to Fort Monroe now. There you go. A little bit annoying. I'm going to do this one by one. But it has to be done. Alright, so that's all sorted out now. And I think that about maybe wraps up this episode. In the next episode, we're going to go through our entire strategic plan. And yeah, we're going to try and assault the capital. If all goes well, we'll also be able to finally take Nashville and drive out Albert Sidney Johnston, who's stationed at Jackson. But yeah, I will catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, thank you to our patrons. John M., Alexbond, Adam F., Mike D., Brady R., and GrumpyGruntpa. Thank you so much, and take care, everybody.